Yeah,
I have some gifts coming in the room.
you
Sam
do.
apparently found these and wanted to give
Definitely working. Yeah.
Here, just testing. 1, 2, 3.
Should I test?
Here, just testing. 1, 2, 3.
Turn it off, yeah.
I think we're good.
Okay, the packet is ready. Ready? Ready. Yes. Ready. Mike, okay. Welcome, folks. Thank you for being here. This is the play-in game to the finals of the 2022 NSC. My name is Mike Ruiz. I'm a longstanding case member, and I'll be the moderator for this game. I'd like to introduce our other officials and then our teams. To your far right, Mike Bentley. Mike's the head editor of our set. He's going to be our scorekeeper and handle protests. To your near right, S.A. Shinoy. S.A. is our Vice President of Technology and will be in charge of the live stream of this match and subsequent matches. And to your left, Rob Carson, our third official, longtime PACE member, moderator to the stars, past editor, past everything. On your left is Lambert of Georgia, and on your right, Kincaid of Texas. If you know me, you know we're starting this game with a buzzer check. Could I ask players, starting from my far left, to buzz in and state your name, please? Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome, Adi. Good luck, Lambert and Kincaid.
Connor Blake.
Welcome.
Vidal Palavacula.
Welcome. Good luck.
Cole Hartman.
Welcome.
Alejandro.
Welcome. As there'll be people watching this game who don't often watch, I'm going to explain that this is a game of toss-ups and bonuses. There are 20 toss-ups, and the teams will answer toss-ups by pressing the button and then telling me what they think the answer is. They can get 20 or 10 points for that, or nothing if they're wrong. There's a bonus attached to each toss-up. It's worth 30 points, and it rebounds. So if you don't get the bonus, the other team gets it. That's new, right? Yeah. I know I already asked Lambert, but do you have any questions? Are you ready to begin, gentlemen? Okay, good luck. Kincaid, ready?
Of course.
Good. Actually, no. Can we give these teams a big round of applause as we're starting? The winner of this game will play Thomas Jefferson A in the finals, and the team that doesn't win will finish in third place, which is very excellent. So it's been quite an accomplishment to get here, and I wish you the best of luck in this game. This is toss-up 1. A play named for this character inspired Modest Mussorgsky's Song of the Flea in the fourth act of an opera named for this character that is here.
Eugene Onegin.
That's not correct. I'll continue. A military company sings the march Glorie Immortelle de nos Azieux, which became known as the Soldiers' Chorus. At his death, Ferruccio Busoni left unfinished an opera named for this character, who, in a dramatic legend, listens to the Rakoczy March before retiring to his study. In 2 19th century French operas named for this character, he falls in love with a woman named Marguerite. Charles Gounod wrote a popular opera about this character that's here.
Faust.
10 points. Bonus. Kincaid. Although this author scrapped a novel centered on Mexico City's Zocalo Plaza, she completed numerous other works set in the country, including the essay Why I Write About Mexico, for 10 points each. Name this author of Ship of Fools, who wrote about Laura secretly aiding the Mexican Revolution in her story, Flowering Judas.
Porter? Yeah. Porter?
That's right. Porter's writing was celebrated in Understanding Fiction, a text co-authored by Cleanth Brooks and this Southern author of All the King's Men.
Penn Warren. Robert Penn Warren.
That's right. All 10 copies of Porter's Mexican book are checked out of the library in this author's novel, The Groves of Academe. This author's 1963 novel, The Group, inspired Candace Bushnell to write Sex and the City.
The group is McCarthy.
That's all 30. Yeah. Toss up 2. A modification to this practice was argued for in a sermon given on Abraham Lincoln's birthday by George McPherson Doherty. Harlan Fiske Stone argued that states could enforce this practice in the Minersville case. This practice was created as part of an 1892 Columbus Day essay contest held by the... That's here.
Oh, Manifest Destiny.
No, not correct. I'll continue. held by the magazine Youth's Companion. In 1943, Jehovah's Witnesses argued that engaging in this practice constituted veneration in the landmark case West Virginia versus Barnett. Francis Bellamy is credited with creating this practice, and the Knights of Columbus lobbied the Eisenhower administration to add the phrase "under God" to it here.
Saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
That's 10 points. Lambert, bonus. Lauren Lomoski's essay Libertarian at Twin Harvard imagines a world where this man swaps political ideologies with his rival and colleague John Rawls for 10 points each. Name this Harvard political philosopher who critiqued Rawls' theory of justice in his magnum opus, Anarchy, State, and Utopia. That's right. Lomoski's twin Rawls argues that agents would pick a society with robust property rights and freedom of contract when choosing from behind a veil of ignorance in this hypothetical state.
No answer.
Rebound?
Tabula rasa.
It's the original position. Finally, Twin Nozick, in contrast, defends a social democratic entitlement theory based on the theory of natural rights found in this thinker's two treatises of government. 20 points, Lambert. Toss up 3. Sodium borohydride breaks an intermediate containing an acetate of this metal in an that is here.
Mercury.
That's 20 points. Bonus, Lambert. It's not lethargy, but consuming the products of the lotus tree on the island of the lotus eaters causes this affliction. For 10 points each. Name this affliction. It also befell people who drank from the river Lethe.
Forget everything. Forgetfulness.
Yes. This son of Arminius does not drink from the river Lethe, and thus recollects his experiences in the underworld when he comes back to life on his funeral pyre. This character is the subject of a myth told at the end of Plato's Republic. Answer, please.
Tiresias?
No, rebound.
Gorgias.
It's Finally, the Olympians swear their strongest oaths by this more prominent river of the Greek underworld, which separates the worlds of the living and dead.
6.
That's 20. Toss up 4. A poet who used this language for the oft-quoted poem Night Street Lamp Drugstore wrote the line Black Night, White Snow to open a long poem that ends with a vision of Christ in a snowstorm. A poem in this language that is here.
Russian?
That's 20 points. Bonus, Lambert. A pioneer of this medium used some 3,750 feet of cable in his installation, Electronic Superhighway. For 10 points each, name this medium. Nam June Paik created numerous works in this medium after purchasing a Portapak in 1965.
Like electronics? I mean, because he used television. Yeah.
Answer, please. Say it again.
Television.
I can prompt the answer television.
Electronics?
Yeah, sure.
Electronics?
No, rebound.
Just look at neon sign. Yeah. A neon sign.
No, the answer is video art. Early works of video art inspired this director's 1983 film, Videodrome. Chris Wallace won an Oscar for the makeup used to transform Jeff Goldblum into the title creature in this director's 1986 film, The Fly.
So, Lynch, right? Lynch?
Rebound.
Uh,
Time, no answer. It's David Cronenberg. Finally, with director David Mallet, this artist leaned into the aesthetics of video with his music video Ashes to Ashes. This collaborator with Brian Eno also recorded Ziggy Stardust.
Bowie, right? It's what? Bowie.
because
David Bowie?
Answer, please.
Bowie.
David Bowie is 10 points. Toss up 5. In 1991, Mike Hill was killed while taking part in a SAB against people engaging in the northwest form of this activity in Cheshire. In British India, it was common to hire men known as sikaris when engaging in this activity. That is here.
Hunting.
That's 20 points. Bonus, Lambert. Hack is a dialect of this language developed for Facebook's hip-hop virtual machine. For 10 points each. Name this infamously inconsistent language used in the backend of over 75% of websites. Some errors in this language are in Hebrew because of Zen's influence in its development. Answer, please.
Sequel.
Rebound.
PHP.
PHP is correct. Facebook also developed the React.js framework, which builds documents using elements of this language, defined with tags like body, div, and span.
JavaScript.
No, rebound.
HTML.
That's correct. Finally, formatting of web pages is handled by assigning this property for each HTML element or class of elements. This property is handled through a cascading series of rules defined in a namesake language and includes aspects like padding and margins.
Sheets.
Rebound.
Style.
Style is all 30. Toss up 6. According to legend, this god appeared to the runner Phidippides on Mount Parenthinus and promised to help the Athenians at the Battle of Marathon. Early Christians held that Jesus' death occurred at the same time as an incident recorded by Plutarch in which the sailor Themis received news about this. That is here. That's 20 points. Bonus. Lambert. Pan was the answer. Oliver Cromwell refused to take a Jesuit treatment for this disease, for 10 points each. Identify this disease that widely killed British troops stationed in West Africa until the adoption of quinine.
Malaria.
Yes, this politician largely ended the malarial scourge in his country as part of the battle for land. This man's body was hanged upside down at an Esso station alongside his mistress Clara Petacci in 1945.
Maybe Mussolini, because yeah, Mussolini.
That's him. Deaths from malaria in Italy spiked in 1944 after the Germans ordered this type of action. The Allies caused this sort of event by bombing Walcheren in Sealand, devastating the civilian population. A description is acceptable.
Flood.
Yes, that's all 30. Officials time out. We just have a technical issue. We'll resume playing in just a moment.